Hello everybody, Florentine Yu-Gi-Oh here. My buddy Mike here is going to be showing how I built our 40 card greatest hits Seto Kaiba character deck.
One that I like to pilot a lot and a personal favorite character. So, standard iconic cards throughout the show. No manga or movies, so just the anime.
Yep.
We have the obvious 3 blue eyes, literally everything about the character.
Gotta use that artwork or it's not a Kaiba deck.
We have support for blue eyes being Paladin of White Dragon, Kaiser Seahorse, counting as 2 tributes for light, and Lord of D, which protects your dragons.
Yep, just dragon support in general there, because Kaiba does have other dragon cards.
Yep. Some common and familiar faces, we have Vorse Raider, Battle Ox, and Blade Knight as just iconic level 4 monsters that he's used that put in a lot of work, especially in character formats.
Yep, just big attack. And being able to stop face down monsters from activating when he kills them is pretty good for Blade Knight.
Yeah. Personal favorite, Ancient Lamp. Just redirect attacks and you get to summon a free monster during your turn.
Yep, just only summons from hand, I think.
Yep.
Which is still nice.
We have Kaiba Glider.
Out of all his, 1 tributes, this was the best one, but with its effect by far.
Just utility if it dies and it crashes into anything of equal attack. So, it works out pretty well. Really good card, Thunder Dragon. It is draw 2, free tribute, because 1600 or greater attack is actually a good stat in this kind of format. And it fuels a lot of effects throughout the deck. So we'll show those as they come here.
Yep. Can you make Colossus with them? I wish. That's what I would do.
We have TwinHeaded Behemoth, probably one of the best lower level monsters in the deck.
Not bad tribute fodder.
Decent stats. If it dies, it comes during the end phase, so your opponent can't interact with it afterwards. So if they kill it, it won't come back till end phase.
Yeah.
So you'll always have a monster the following turn, which makes him pretty useful. We have Versago, the Destroyer. He counts as any fusion for a fusion summon, which there's quite a few in Kaiba's deck, and they're all pretty important. And just not having to draw into everything helps out.
Yeah.
We have Soggy, which we all know why he's in here.
He's the only crush card target that you can use by default without having to use Shrink.
Now we have my favorite set of 3 cards in the deck that are just fun and they do a lot of work. Xhead Dragon Cannon, Y Dragon Head, and Z Metal Tank. He's just a great standard beater, same with these guys up here. These guys equip to him as union monsters from field, or they can summon themselves otherwise. So this makes him either a 22 or 24 beater, and he can't be destroyed once. And following turns, you can summon them back for double tributes into your blue eyes.
Pretty hard to get them all out for the big fusion, though.
But we do have some ways to cheat them all out, and we'll be getting into them shortly.
There is the one combo that we added in here.
Now, for Big Boy himself, we run Chaos Emperor Dragon. He did only have 1 showing, but
it was such a huge deal.
And it was really cool. And just having a really good beat stick that can clear the board kind of fits Kaiba's memo.
Yep, pre-errata, by the way.
Alright, now
we didn't put Melody in here because, yeah, we don't want to search pre-errata Emperor Dragon.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Now for the king himself, Obelisk the Tormentor.
Big boy.
We are using the anime effect. So he is immune to pretty much everything after 1 turn. Can't be kaiju'd, can't be affected when he's summoned.
Basically, he's immune to everything except the Winged Dragon of Ra's effects and battle.
Yep. Now he has 2 interesting effects. You can tribute 2 monsters, I think including himself for this one.
Yep.
You can destroy all monsters on your opponent's board and deal 4,000 to them. His other effect is you can tribute 2 monsters and give himself infinite attack.
So you have to use two different monsters other than himself for
Otherwise it's pointless.
for the swing for infinite. Yep.
Alright, now we're getting into the spells. We have some iconic spells that every character in the show plays.
If you thought the monsters were powerful, wait till you see the magic cards.
Yeah.
Every character has these.
Yep. And now we have Card of Demise, anime effect, which you draw to your hand has 5, and 5 standby phases later, you discard your whole hand, which most of the time, games don't last that long once you draw 5.
Yeah.
Now, a very important card for the deck, polymerization.
Have to use that art for the first season characters.
Polymerization. You can go into couple monsters from the extra deck.
Kaiba's got a lot of fusion potential with the Thunder and the Blue Eyes.
Thunder, Blue Eyes, and Versago can make up for anything you're missing.
Yeah.
White Dragon Ritual, needed to summon White Paladin.
Yep,
Paladin, White Dragon.
Yep,
sorry.
the blue card over there. Not the blue card over there, but the blue card over there.
Flute is Summoning Dragon. I think everyone remembers early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! So.
Yep. Flute with Lord of D equals 2 dragons from hand.
Yep. Fang of Critias, because he did use it for, I think...
The Orichalcos arc.
Yep.
Yep.
And
like I said, it's best hits from all the seasons of the anime, so we're using both the God card and the dragon in here.
Yep.
Same goes for Joey.
Probably one of the most bullcrap combos in the entire game. Soul Release plus Dimension Fusion.
Oh, yeah. This is how you basically get his best cards out for free.
And just body the opponent in one go. Granted, you do need to see both cards, but that isn't really a problem.
Even if you banish 2 off Emperor, you still get some momentum there.
Yeah, and then Emperor does his thing. And kind of just beat the opponent down.
Yeah.
Also helps with anything that's annoying that you want to get rid of recurred. Soul Exchange, it's free tribute fodder.
Release can hit the opponent's graveyard too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Soul Exchange, just great. Steal your opponent's monster to tribute if it's too big or annoying to get over.
You lose your battle phase that turn though.
But it's a trade-off worth.
We're not doing the anime effect. The anime effect's just way too broken for this. Even if we put the skip battle phase, you still clear your opponent's entire board for for a giant monster.
Yep. Enemy controller. A lot of the utility spells are coming up.
Yeah.
Enemy controller. You can switch battle position or take control of opponent's monster. Just easy to use. Doesn't cause a hassle.
You do have to tribute to steal a monster for the turn, though.
But it helps interact with the opponent.
Yeah.
And Shrink, which has a lot of uses, either in battle against your opponent or to set up for a crush card.
Yeah, because you can shrink Legion, Versago, or Force Raider to make him a crush card target.
Any of the dark monsters.
If you don't have Critias or Saggy.
Also, this is one of the Fang of Critias targets, which we'll get to in a moment. Mm-hmm. This is pre-errata.
We are doing pre-errata for all of the... pretty much everything in here that had an errata.
Yep. Tyrant Wing, another...
this is a Critias target.
And also equips to any dragon, which can be your Chaos Emperor, your Twin-Headed, and all your other ones for
Kaiser
one turn.
Glider, Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes, and just attack twice for an additional 400 damage. But it does destroy itself afterwards.
Okay.
Ring of Destruction, I mean, it's...
Pre-errata, it can end games in a tie if you really need it to.
Or just finish off.
Or just win the game, yeah, if you're leading. If you're in the lead.
In case your big monsters and insane card effects don't get you through, you do have a negate attack to protect you.
So there is a little bit of stall.
Yep. And Shadow Spell to round out the last of the traps, just as a target and prevent...
It's basically anime spellbinding circle. It's literally the same effect.
Alright.
Yeah.
Now on to the extra deck.
Just stops a monster from attacking while it's out. They lose 700. So it helps you get over stuff too.
Yeah. Not that there's much that his deck can't get over.
Yeah.
Blue Eyes Ultimate. I mean, mainstay. He's known for it. It's one of his best monsters ever, and used several times throughout the show.
Yeah.
Hard to actually pull out sometimes because games have to go late for it, but when you do, it just runs over everything.
And the team-up duel, Yugi can use it to make the Blackluster Dragon Master guy.
Now, one of the harder monsters to summon, but possible, is XYZ Dragon Cannon. A lot of synergy with the deck once we added Soul Release and Dimension Fusion. Makes it a lot easier to pull off. Thunder Dragon is literal fuel for its effect to just destroy cards on field, and it's above the 2,500 stat line, so it gets over a lot of big things.
There are the fusions that need 2 of the X, Y, and Z, but like not the full 3, just like 2 of each. I just haven't gotten around to ordering them yet, but we're probably gonna put them in here eventually.
Just to add a little bit more utility to the extra deck.
Yep, it'll be like X, Y, X, all those ones.
X, Y, YZ, and XZ.
Yeah.
Just to give the extra deck a little bit more utility.
Yeah.
Make it more fun that way. Twin-headed Thunder Behemoth.
Dragon.
Dragon.
The best card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories.
It's just a big beat stick. You can make it Thunder Dragon sometimes just sit in your hand, and being able to search out 2 off of 1 discard just makes it a great card.
If you have the poly, you might as well.
Yep. Now on to most stupid cards in the game. Doom Virus Dragon.
It's literally Crush card.
On a body.
On a body if you don't have a dark to tribute for it, but if you have Critias instead, you can just make this guy.
And it just works out.
And it's a 1900 beater.
Tyrant Burst Dragon.
So Critias plus Tyrant Wing.
It's battle phase attacker. It deals a lot of damage, and it gets over a lot of things. Like, a stat line that you mainly want to swing over is about 2,500, because anything smaller than that, this deck just runs over.
Isn't he 29?
Yeah. So
that's pretty good.
You hit the numbers. His deck's beaters the deck.
Yeah.
Now, a card you can't use naturally in the deck, but
it's for the
tag
team
up is Mirror Force Dragon.
It's for the team up with Yugi.
It's a good thing we don't run Mirror Force because he is broken. Anytime I think your opponent declares an attack or targets a card in your field, you just nuke their board.
Yep.
Every time. Doesn't matter. And I don't think he's once per turn either.
I can't remember if he is or not.
Nope. Not once per turn.
Yeah, so obviously we're not putting Mirror Force in Kaiba's deck just to summon this guy. It's exclusively for the team up.
Yep. And
just to make it that much harder to use.
That's Kaiba's deck.
Because his effect is really good. Yeah, that's all of Kaiba's deck. This is my main man Mike here. Like I said, he loves to pilot Kaiba.
Just a mainstay.
Yeah. Also, we did this deck profile on a new playmat, the Black Rose Dragon Mat, an early present from me, birthday present from me to Mike.
One of my favorite iconic monsters from the show and just in general.
Like her?
Love it.
Like her teeth? Anyway, Florentine Yu-Gi-Oh! And Mike, this was our Seto Kaiba deck profile. Hope you enjoyed. Now you can finally see what goes into the deck when we design decks like this. And more to come soon. So see y'all next time.
Take care, everyone.